This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with you, Mr. King, Kana Woods here.
Yo. Where the energy be, King?
Yo, how much more energy you on?
I don't know.
You ever see King with energy, though?
This is the first time he stuttered midway through the intro.
This isn't the first time. There's been a couple mishaps.
It's more like a cough, man. You get
yeah, just clearing my throat to make sure that the people could hear me clearly. That's all I was
okay. No, I just check in, though, you see.
But yeah,
we getting older, though.
Mr. King, Kana Woods here, and got Rashid in the building as well.
So,
bringing you out another edition of the Link Up Podcast, doing what we do.
What number we are now?
The last one was 89, so this is 90.
Yo, I almost said the big double O actually. Sorry.
Yep, in episodes and subscribers on YouTube.
Hey.
Yeah, constantly we pass 100. We pass 100. I think we're nearing 200.
Yeah, we had 192 currently.
That's good. For all of the other people who are listening, make sure to go and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed.
Yes.
Help us get that number up and whatnot. And yeah.
Share the videos.
Also, a quick side note before we actually begin, something that I don't know how productive this would be, but basically recently as well, before we came back on the break, for the people who listen to the podcast on Spotify and stuff and who listen to it and don't watch it on YouTube, right now all of our old episodes has been added to Spotify because we added some of them, but it wasn't like the complete full archive. But now during the break, I went and finished the process, so now our entire, if you want to go back and listen to how we started and we'll see before we got to where we are now, y'all could do that now.
The entire catalog is on there now.
Yes.
That was a while ago, but that was when it was just me and King here talking to each other practically.
2017.
So
we 2
long
years
ago?
into this.
Yeah, that's the year when the Switch came out.
We started late 2017.
What?
So we 2 years into this now, pretty much.
Nah, man, never.
That was what I was just uploading all the stuff on Spotify. That's what the date say.
Yeah.
But I saw we do this. I thought we start after Irma.
That was in 2017.
Yeah, Irma was twice.
Yeah.
I mean, not after, before Irma. My bad.
But that would be.
It's still 2017. Yeah, but fuck me.
Because Irma was what, September?
Yeah.
Because it's the year I met you too.
And we started a little bit in the summer. Maybe like the ending of summer or something like that.
Yeah.
So we 2 years.
But I don't remember recording while Irma was going on though.
That's when we had Jamila on and Cyril on, all of them stuff. The Makes a Man Great Again.
Yes,
and them ones.
my bad. Big ups to Cyril and Jamila. I forget why we had her on.
Yeah, and that was like the third. That was like maybe like the fourth or fifth episodes or something. So like we didn't start much.
It makes sense. Yeah, because Cyril, we didn't have video with Cyril yet.
Basically.
Okay, makes sense.
So
but
yeah,
for Spotify, that's not important.
Yeah, it definitely isn't at all.
But yeah, like King was saying, for all y'all who want to check back the old episodes or check back old episodes, same thing. Old episodes or hear different conversations from different people. We had a good bit of people on over the past. Are you saying 2 years now?
Yeah,
a year and a half.
Fast. Probably more like a year and a half, I guess. Technically,
yeah, year and a half. We got me personally. I got some of my favorite episodes. It's still the one that's hardly been watched.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Except the one with Jade was a good one.
With who?
Jade.
With Jade.
Oh, Jade. Yeah, but I don't feel like that one got as much views as they should have.
Yeah.
The one I had really enjoyed Ryan episode. This is nobody take no offense, please. This is one I can remember out of my head. Ryan on. My brother on. I had really enjoyed as well. Shout out Tats. All the ones with Kimsey. Shout out Kimsey as well. We had Farah on a few times, but Farah to be a little scared to talk sometimes. So I think we was more talking anything than Farah.
Like twice, no?
Yeah.
Mario.
Oh, Mario's cool, but still one of my personal favorite ones is the one with Lisa. Shout out Lisa, because oh god, that girl doted.
When she coming back?
The episode from back in the day.
Bye. We got hit up stuff. I'm sure she wouldn't be opposed to it. But that I think that would be one of my I think Lisa, where laughter and thing is concerned, I think that is definitely one of my favorite ones.
I think
For me, one of my favorite ones was the one with Hassani. Just because I felt like that one was like
that one was
important in a way.
Yeah, that one was good.
Like I felt like it was a little more, you know, it's not just fun.
Just not us talking shit.
Yeah. Like that one, the one with Cyril and the one with Jamila self. Like when you doing those type of things, I just enjoy those episodes the most.
Yo, yeah, that one was good. The one we were talking about, like being a father and all of that.
The free the nipple one too is the thing. That's Kimsey one. Yeah, that's a Kimsey episode. That one to stay in my head too.
But I just like the ones where I feel like, you know, this actually might help people out. Like the Tatsia one as well. Like those
but again, like those ones,
like real informative. And
the only one that was informative and had a lot of views was Damien. I find Damien episode it still was one of our most viewed episodes. I think Dollar Own had passed it. Shout out Dollar.
Some of the top ones is like the Shanti one.
The top 3 is Shanti. Oh, actually, no, it's top 4 now. I can't remember how far. I think Gilda passed Shanti on. Our latest episode with Gilda. Latest episode with Gilda, innit?
I mean,
The most recent one.
The most recent one with Gilda. That one got like 300 and something. That one passed Shanti, I believe. So the top 4 is actually, let's say top 5. The top 5 is Demi, Shanti, Dollar, Gilda, and Ryan.
I have an idea. What about when we reach the big 00? We all choose like the 10 episodes that we find favorite ones, and then we, for some reason, debate and fight about which one is best.
I know all that, but if y'all the whole reason, not the whole reason, but how we get to this far in the podcast anyway, you know, for y'all who want to check out those episodes, I can't remember the number, but just look for the titles, you can see the people's names in it, and then you could just, pick an episode. They ain't going nowhere. You could always check them when you're ready. If you like it, share it. Show your friend, show your family, show your mother, your auntie, your uncle, your teacher.
Look at the episode before you share it to your mother.
No. Share it regardless, but don't show your teacher, your auntie, and your mother. Some of them might be, you know, not necessarily adult friendly.
Yeah.
Dollars at 400 views.
Then Dollars definitely. I think Dollars number 1 though.
Mario. I trying to know. This was the first Mario one. That's at 275. Let me see.
Give one more stat since we've given away our statistics anyway. Give one more.
I just scroll in. Chelsea is at 151. Shanti is 415.
What?
Damie is 473.
What? Not. I give false numbers there yourself.
Kinsey Free the Nipple is 257. Hassanion is 151.
But then we can't really think on that either. Cause how many people actually watch the whole thing?
I don't know. That's matter.
That's true. The views count, man.
Exactly. When it comes to getting paid and whatnot like that.
But what I've heard at least from the people that watch and that talk to me, like they watch it piecemeal. Especially the older ones because they're long. But people watch the new ones and then they go back and watch the older ones.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The videos that we've been doing now seem to be working. A lot of people are like, I never actually watched the episode, but I watched the clips already put up online. I'm like, alright.
Yeah, some people hit me with that one, like, did I check out the clips, and I'm like, you missing out on, like, the majority of the content, because it's like, in total, we put out, 5 minutes worth of an hour? Like 5 different clips of about a minute each.
Now we know how journalists feel when people just read the headlines and then just assume.
But that's something different because a lot of journalists do that on purpose. So that's a little. Maybe you gotta start doing that then. Just shock factor. Just put out some wild shit from the episode. Just blow it out of proportion. Like Kana says, fuck everybody. I ain't want to give no specific example because then some certain people might come after me because I ain't trying that. But you know, some kind of wild shit. But anyway, I feel like we ain't hit the topic yet.
We haven't. No, we haven't.
So again, people, just to wrap it up, like, share, comment. Make sure if you enjoy it, whether you enjoy, actually fuck that. If you enjoy it or not, like, share, comment, please.
And we appreciate y'all for
thumbs up.
And all everybody that is continue supporting us and watching episodes, we really appreciate it. Like, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get to one of the first topics of today.
Hold on. I see this weird thing during this week, and I can't get it up my head. And I need y'all to tell me if y'all see this before. So I was on the bus, saw this older guy, gray hair, and he was using a plastic fork as a hair pick.
What? Wait,
he was white?
No. This was a black man.
Okay,
with white hair.
A black man with white hair?
Yes.
Like,
Okay,
so
so
what
he
type of what? Afro or like
old?
Nah. He got less hair than you, Woods. He got a bit more than you, Sean. And he had a plastic fork in his hair like a hair
an Afro pick?
Yes.
Pause.
I was baffled.
Pause.
So now what?
Was he holding a sack?
Listen.
Did he have a sack of food with him?
I didn't see nothing in his hand. I just saw his head. I saw the back of his head because he was sitting in front of me. I see the fork in his head.
Excuse me.
And I was confused.
You sure
You think
it was a fork
It
or not
was a
just
plastic
white Afro
fork.
pick?
It was small like
You
a
ever see a
plastic
white
fork.
Afro pick?
I mean, an Afro pick is.
I trying to get him out of bed.
Yo, Afro dimensions like that white.
Afro pick
Afro
needs to
pick
be
is
a
like that.
certain
G.
size to be called an Afro
He used to
pick.
have hair there.
I tried to get him out of the
So-
benefit of the doubt.
I'm thinking
Like maybe you saw something wrong.
Is this what he used to do back in the day?
No,
Something
no,
like
no,
that?
it's not. No, it's not. I can tell you that right now. No, it's not. There's no reason whatsoever you can tell me you're picking your hair with a comb, with a fork, other than you crazy, or you're extremely bored.
was
Maybe he wasn't picking his hair. Maybe he was saving a fork for later to eat.
It was in his hair. What?
Maybe he put it in
The
his
back of his head.
I ain't justifying what he doing, no. I just saying maybe he put the fork in his hair for later when he got food in front of him. He gonna eat with the fork.
I don't know. I
That's
just thought
the only justification I could think of that someone would put the Afro pick, not even a fork in his Afro.
a plastic fork.
So like he had it like as in he was rocking it like an Afro pick.
Yes, in the back of his head.
Maybe it's a fashion statement. Let's Google this.
I was confused.
Can you Google this?
Them kind of things you gotta take pictures of that.
You're right.
You're
right.
Can you Google this real quick? Fork in Afro and see what comes up. See if it's a fashion statement or something.
All right, I will.
That sounds like something our vegans would do.
No. Don't lump us into that. Sorry.
Vegans getting blamed for this. Okay.
Nah.
I just saw that was a very
It's
peculiar
plastic.
thing
Vegans are
that I
against
came
it.
across this week and had to share with y'all.
I can't tell you nothing about that. I have no explanations or no thing for that story.
That's why I say
It's an
maybe it was a
interesting
white
story,
Afro
because
pick.
now I'm really puzzled as to how this man ended up with a plastic fork.
I
It
ain't
was a
interested.
white Afro pick,
Look
okay?
right.
It was just small. You was looking at the wrong angle. You saw something, okay?
Hey,
You
look right.
thought
Maybe it's
it was
more
a fork.
effective because his hair is less, than a big afro. But even so, like a white plastic fork.
I feel like it would break.
This is where rule number 1 comes in very much in handy.
I feel like it would break.
Mind your business.
Like plastic forks ain't that strong. Like my hair kind of not.
Yo,
I feel like if I had to pick my hair with a fork, I feel like the fork would break.
Yo,
Normal.
not to be an asshole right before a second when you said your hair, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they did this
me
the
and
ball
King,
episode.
me and King actually around the same. I think either 1 or 2 years apart, start growing we hair the same time. Just I think after a while, King had just say fuck it.
My hairline was starting to go back, as you can see. I mean, it's not existent no more. So it seems as though that whole hair growing thing that was never supposed to be for me.
But it depends how you was doing it. You was getting the shape up while your hair was flat.
Nah, that no. But like,
Cause we used to go by the same person to do our hair, so that's why I
at a point to my hair had break because of like washing it, and then when like I'd wash it and it wasn't probably moisturized, and then when to get it, the whole blow dry period stuff before you actually get it flat and whatnot, and they had just kind of super dry it out like bad because I'd like dry it, then they kind of wash it. I'd wash it, then they kind of wash it again, so it's like super duper dry, and then they blow it out, so then they had break, and it was kind of.
Oh, so you wash your hair yourself and then went by them to wash it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall what the reason was that I did it that way once, but like I had do that, and then the hair was just kind of short and I pattern, and I was like, "Why? This was a shame." And I don't know if it was at that point that I just cut it after that, but I don't remember what the reasons I had cut my hair.
I cut my hair
Because I had grow it out once, was plaiting it. Then I remember I'd grow it out the second time, and then the second time I didn't keep it for very long, and I just cut it one time. I don't remember why.
I grown my hair too many times. The amount of times I said I was going to do a dreadlocks and I never do it.
Yo, you know how long?
I feel like your hair does grow quick though.
Yeah. That's
Like
why.
you've worn many different
hair.
hairstyles on this podcast.
Yeah,
like,
my
since we started
hair for
recording.
some it's annoying if you don't want to grow your hair. That's why a lot of times I grow my hair because the ratio that this fucking thing grows is annoying, dog.
I wish I had that.
Like I know, dog. No, if you have a shape up and in 2-3 days that shit already start to go away.
My beard, the little struggle beard I got here, it'll be like that sometimes.
Well, that's just my hair.
Like at this point, I wish the hair on my head would just stop growing, because at this point, it's like I've embraced the bald type of thing. So just stop growing.
I ain't gonna lie,
the little part that is still grow, I wish that would just stop and it just be like completely all the way bald.
To be quite honest, I think when I hit like 34, 35, I might become like Tatsuo. I think so. It's starting to look that way already. Damn. But that's a little depressing for me. So let's how about we get into actual topic, because that still wasn't the first one yet.
Rashid, take us off.
Hey, it was a good topic regardless.
Right when he was getting started.
White fog Afro pick. Alright, so we leaving King choose the first one?
Yeah. I mean right?
Keep it light-hearted. Let's talk about comedy. Well, why not just get to Dave and all the...
Okay.
Dave Chapelle.
Are you watch Dave Chapelle?
I watched it like 5 times.
I completely forgot to watch it.
So you're the only one in the room that hasn't seen it.
Oh, that's alright. Y'all can talk about it. I heard some jokes and whatnot.
But you see, this is one of those things, like I would like to talk about it, but the joke it wouldn't be as funny if you hear it already.
I mean,
like for example, you hear anybody talk about his LGBT joke?
I don't believe so.
Hey,
I want to say it.
Before getting into specifics, did we all enjoy it?
Yep.
Yo, I watch it.
I
watch it 5 times.
I watch it at least 3 times.
Okay. I don't know where I rank it, if it's like his best one or what. I don't know where I rank it. But for me, it started
Sticks and Stones, by the way, people.
My thing is, it started out
That's
slow.
the name of the
I felt as though like it took a while for in the beat though. The way he started out the special, I felt like
I agree.
he was just trying to be offensive for.
Okay, no, I don't. Okay, no, continue.
Because like to me, it took a while before anything he said to actually be funny. Like maybe 10 minutes in, I was like, okay, now we get to a joke, and then it started to kind of go from there. But it's like to me, the start was very weak.
I wouldn't say weak. To me, I just didn't get the reason for it.
He starts with the first things he started with the Anthony Bourdain stuff.
Yeah, about him killing himself.
And I was like, to me, it wasn't funny.
I mean, I don't think.
It wasn't like the LGBT.
I don't think he was trying to be funny with that one.
I think he was just making a comparison between. Like, cause people laughed, but there was more of an awkward laugh. Yeah, because it was like
people fuck up because.
Yeah, and but that's why the man was like, he killed himself. I don't mind if you talk about suicide, but I'm waiting for the joke. That was
I don't think it was a joke. I think it was more like a monologue.
Yeah, that was like because he was trying to make comparison with because he was like he was living he was living the good life. So that was what he was trying. How many times did you watch this before?
I watched it twice.
So. He wasn't really trying to be funny there. He was, because the second part where he was trying to be funny was where he was talking about the friend that he had that was like successful in life, and he was going to lawyer school and all of that.
Yeah,
and that he was making a comparison
slow build up.
That man lost everything, and killing himself never came to mind. And the other guy was famous, like his job was eating. He was going.
Like my point in the sense that you have all of that build up for something that in the end it wasn't that funny. To me, the joke.
Okay, for me that was funny though.
The payoff for the joke to me, like it wasn't the LGBTQ thing. That is the type of Dave Chapelle that I appreciate. I ain't gonna get into it to spoil for the homie over here in the car who didn't see it.
But then technically, if we was gonna talk about it anyway, man, then we gonna spoil it for other people.
Just go ahead, man. It's no problem.
I just not going to actually say the joke, but it just mean the way he crafted the joke is like it's a well thought out something where there's a premise. There's like. It's not just I'm just saying stuff that might be kind of offensive or kind of shocking or whatever. That's like, nobody else ain't say this. I don't feel like in the beginning maybe like till 15 minutes in I didn't actually check the time marker, but from there on it started to get funny. After that,
the beginning for me, it's out of the Netflix ones because I separate Dave Chapelle young with Dave Chapelle old. They're the same person, but
post and pre-Africa.
Yes. Out of the Netflix ones, this one is the best one, hands down.
I agree with you. It had started slow, Well, I just didn't. It took me a while to realize that he was doing a comparison type something, and that to me that's a little bit different, especially if you're doing something like stand up, which is a little limited. It's like an hour, and you won't take that much time to do something to give that premise. So I see what you mean, but I guess he said, excuse me, he was doing something different than how he would normally do, and he even said that he was going to start different than how he would normally start. So maybe that was just
to
him.
me, like once he start hitting, I feel like he's like when he get to the audience, the impressions. Like the man see you got 2 impressions. Like from there on, again, I ain't trying to go too deep into it. But
Nah, fuck that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say this one though. His second impression, I find.
Which was the 2 impressions? I heard at least one.
One impression, he was like, yeah, this is how
George Washington. No, George. Was it George? No.
one was the audience.
The
and
Washington one, right?
Yeah, one was a kind of retarded one. He was like, yeah, this is how the forefathers who wrote the Declaration of Independence sound.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, hurry up with that declaration, nigga. I won't go sleep. So saying that the slaves who
Come on, nigga, hurry up with the Declaration of Independence. I want to go sleep.
That was like, all right, cool, haha, funny. But the second one wasn't. To me, it wasn't funny, but I find it was
set up for everything that he was doing after.
I find it was good because
the fact that he talked about the audience and the sensitiveness and it's set up for everything else that he joke about after that.
Okay, yeah,
so
and
that's
I
why I
really
feel like from there.
I didn't really see it that way, but now that you say that,
but that's the same. Setup, yeah. But that's the same thing with the way he started in the beginning.
Yeah, I felt like that was
but it's a very
funny versus the Anthony Bourdain shit.
What I was gonna say, the man was like, yeah. What the joke was, he was like, yeah, He was mimicking somebody. He was like doing a mimicking voice. He was like, yeah, I know everything, or baby, what?
So basically, he was imitating. So basically, So you're looking at the crowd, and you're like, okay, this is my impression, my second impression.
And I'm not gonna tell you who it is. You got to guess.
Yeah.
No, I heard this one. I did hear this one.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The best part, I'll go to it. The best part about that was the fact I find was everybody ball out Trump.
Yeah.
And then the man was like, no, y'all fucking annoying. When the man said, I was like, oh.
Yeah. I already knew that.
That'd catch me off. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. That'd catch me off guard. I ain't even go front.
Because like, especially in the comedian era right now, it's like being a comedian is very risky because comedians used to be known to go outside of the box and say very outlandish shit because that's what comedy is in a sense, and now it's very hard to do that.
No, you got cancel culture
because you have that, and it's also it's a little bit of cancel culture, and it's also a little bit of
PC.
Political correctness and all of that, because it was in tandem with what's going on with Kevin Hart, like all of these people that they maybe said something years ago.
Yeah, he did.
So it's cancel culture. It's just the way our society is right now. And
he did speak about Kevin.
Yeah, so it was a nice way to start off that topic.
Yeah, I find that was cool, especially cause those are typical answers. You would expect someone to say, "Oh yeah, Trump," or somebody like that's in the media that's supposedly quote unquote dirty.
Because all the herders and the retarded way that he was kind of doing, say things like, I get why people went to Trump.
We ain't gonna get into the specific LGBTQ joke, but you should go and watch that.
You should watch that tonight.
You should go. Everybody, whenever you listen to it, if you haven't watched the Dave Chapelle Netflix special yet, go and watch it. And this is specifically for the LGBTQ joke, because that is the best description of that community. I'm sorry for everybody who is part of that, who feels what's the word everybody to use now?
Triggered.
That it is make fun of, that if used one way but then you feel a certain way. It's like, for instance, they got a whole bunch of jokes now about how man, like a white man could feel like he's a black woman or some shit like that.
A trans something?
No.
Anyway,
you say no, but you don't provide the answer.
I know what you thought. I have it in my term for it, but I can't remember it right now. But either way, I apologize to everybody. No, I don't apologize. It was funny, Jad. If you cannot see the reality of the joke,
then either I personally find you too sensitive, or you wasn't listening properly. Because he explained that so perfectly, I find, Jad. There's nothing.
Like literally, it's a mental master. Like what he put on with that particular thing. It's like you can't hate on it. And as well, like if you listen, to me the best part is when the man came like, remember y'all clicked on my face. If you outraged and shit, remember you clicked my wicked face. And to those watching on Netflix, remember you clicked my face.
Yeah. But I think out of all the letters, right? Yo, Q is the scariest one, son.
Yeah,
the way
but watching that joke though, I was just thinking like if he continued, there's more jokes to be made out of that. Like, if he decided to add the I and the A and some of the other things, listen.
Wait, what?
There's a reason the man said that the people who took up 20% of the alphabet.
The alphabet people.
The man said you know what I mean. You know what. Because it's LGBTQIA. I would be for intersex or some other one that basically if you're born with both things.
A is asexual.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And we had
some people
we had this conversation on the podcast. Can't remember exactly which episode. But we did have this conversation,
and that's what I'm saying. There's a couple more jokes. If you want to go into the intersex, you got two things. You bond with both. I mean, you can make some jokes out of that. There's enough jokes to be made out of that premise.
I think he really wanted to get to the trans people because they'll always be on his ass, and he's like, I just don't understand. He was like, the man was like, yeah, I just don't understand them, but y'all just give me
predicament.
It's a funny predicament. If me, a big black man, felt like I was a Chinaman, y'all would find that funny. No, I would find that funny. I was like, yo, this man is crazy.
And the face and the
I feel identify. Yes, that was it. Yeah. That was what I was looking for. You go think one way, and if you identify, boy, I black, but identify as a white woman. Like that's what that whole thing. That the man was tripping on that, and yo, best comedy take. I mean, I'm a fan of Andrew Schultz.
Me too.
Because I find he's an up and coming new version of Dave Chapelle because he don't really give a shit where that PC thing is concerned. Yeah. He's not the most
he getting up there.
I was gonna say he's not the most well informed. What I mean with the factual stuff, but then that might not necessarily be true because if you do listen to the British Idiots, he does try to come with his factual shit. Last coming like a year or two, but Andrew getting like Dave.
Andrew to Dave though.
He wouldn't compare himself either.
He wouldn't compare himself, but no, where I comparing is the fact that
about the PC stuff. To me, that's like a part of Dave, but I don't feel like that's like what makes Dave Dave.
You know who
Dave? He rides the edge, but it's more to me is the intelligence behind how he does like that.
He still don't give a shit. He still don't give a shit either.
Yeah, that's true. He does say the type of words he does use to describe all of that.
He's more detailed and more thing than Andrew, but Andrew just come out as, I mean, not just come out, but he's still more or less growing. And that's what I respect about Andrew Schultz.
You know who Dave Chapelle reminds me of? I don't know if you're...
Wait, we've been cutting off wood for a while now.
I mean, yeah, but I've been fighting. You know who Dave Chapelle reminds me of? George Carlin. If you ever, like, if you go check him out, he a white man. He passed away, like, I think 2009, I think, something like that.
I know George, but he's more like political commentary and stuff.
I mean, he's quite like, if you look at all of it, like it's quite broad. But like,
I mean, he's known for like political humor and stuff like that. Like that's his main.
But I mean, Dave Chapelle too, in a sense.
Yeah, I would say Dave Chapelle to me is kind of like Trevor Noah. If you watch Trevor Noah stand up, I feel like they kind of have some similar things. I would quickly compare. The difference, obviously, there is we know Trevor Noah is definitely a lot more politically correct than a Dave Chapelle is. Like in his stand-up, he's a little more thing, but he's still very professional. He's still, to me, it's like the well-spokenness of the way that they go about the humor. It's like they're very articulate, and the way that they would describe things is a lot of factual and truth in it. Not to say that Andrew don't have that, but I feel like Andrew's a lot more brash in his delivery. He's a lot more he's more Charlemagne. Like they're just the reason they work together. He's very Charlemagne in the way he would deliver things. Like he just says it flat, plainly, bluntly, type of thing.
Without thought process. I see. Why I was comparing the two was more the fact that they don't give a shit about this whole PC thing, and they would
that
go.
Part I do agree.
They would go into jokes that other comedians wouldn't, and they're doing a good. I personally find I see Andrew live, and I don't watch his skits on live. The man good.
You went to Andrew Schultz show?
Yeah, we was at the same show, coincidentally.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I did see a group of Samaritan people walk in at one time. I hear
you up at the end of the night, man.
You see, I don't even... I ain't remember. You should have stayed, because we get to chill with this man after.
Yeah?
Yeah, we went bar hopping, went some kind of smoking place there too. We could have smoked and drink at the same... One of a few places in Amsterdam, we could have... No, not a few places. You couldn't buy weed, but you could have smoked there. This man was there smoking hash with. We was chilling with Alex. Everybody, the kid cameraman, everybody. We was there chilling with. It was the man is down. I asked the man about podcasting and everything too. The man cool there. The man real cool. But with the whole Dave thing is going back to the whole Dave thing again. You check it out. If you haven't seen the special, check it out. They got a whole bunch of jokes and a whole bunch of premises that we ain't gonna get into, and we can't. But I personally don't remember. And it's not going to be. It's not going to be.
Not going to be the same.
If I say it's not going to be the same, it's not going to have the same effect. So, you definitely should go and check that out if you haven't already. Speaking of that, just a quick question. Since we're on the whole comedian thing, Eddie Murphy said he coming back out doing stand up. Do we care?
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Because that's like, you see that LGBTQ joke? To me, that is right up there with the ice cream joke from Delirious. If you have not seen, if you don't know the ice cream joke from Delirious, you need to go home today, watch Eddie Murphy Delirious. It starts off with 10 minutes of everything that would get him cancelled into it. Like, I'd watch it recently, like maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I'd rewatch it. It's like 10 to 50. It starts off with like 10 to 15 minutes of jokes about the gay communities. It's super inappropriate for modern day times. Like, he would get cancelled super quick, but it's hilarious.
So
like,
do you think
Eddie Murphy stand up? I definitely here for it and want to see it.
So I think we could say,
cause he is another person that is get compared to as like, if Dave Chappelle, it's Eddie Murphy in terms of
I think it's Eddie Murphy,
Dave Chappelle,
and Dave Chappelle.
I think it's thing to say Eddie Murphy is easily a legend in the comedy game, even for those of us who don't follow it like that. That's serious.
You could say it's because of Eddie Murphy that Kevin Hart, that all of these other comedians are where they are today.
I keep hearing that.
The only thing about Eddie Murphy is I'm not the biggest fan of his
movies.
Yeah. Like the comedy acting, like Norbit, the one where he played every role.
The extra, that Tyler Perry type ones. I ain't think that. But Coming to America, those normal movies. His normal movies, I find a little bit more.
I think
I like that. Dr. Dolittle 1 was good. Dr. Dolittle 2, they could have do that.
But I think movies, you have to look at like what the target audience is, and then you have the producers, and then they tell him like, okay, these jokes,
all of that, and all that
plays a role. But if he just does stand up,
that's why I'm like, his stand up hilarious. I definitely want to see.
I want to see now. I agree with both of you as well. What I was concerned, I looking forward to it. By looking forward, I want to see how he's going to be. Is it going to be old Eddie, where he's like a Dave Chappelle type something, or he's going to be like PC and he's going to be a little more caring about people's feelings and them kind of ones?
That's one of the other things.
Or how he gonna come about it.
I want to know if he aged well, because I don't know if he was still out there doing stand up. Stand up is one of those things where if you're not actively practicing, I feel like you definitely could fall off a bit. But I feel like with Eddie Murphy, the kind of legacy that he leave, he knows how people kind of view him and what expectations are. So I feel like if he ain't ready, if he doesn't feel confident, like, yo, this is some of the funniest shit I dropped, because people ain't heard from me in like 20 years or however long it's been since he dropped the special.
Yeah, we don't even know if he's been writing material for other people as well, because that also happens with him.
Could have been.
Well, I mean,
just as long as you work it, basically.
Well, we have making a musical
synchronized coughs.
But yeah, I see it on Facebook there that he said he was returning and stuff like that. So I was like,
and it's
interesting.
He did Comedians and Cars with Coffee, the show with Seinfeld. He did an interview on that. Coming to America 2 supposed to be coming out.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah.
Rick Ross supposed to be in it.
I heard him talk about that in the Breakfast Club, but I didn't know.
Yeah, so it's like Eddie Murphy making his comeback. It seems he's coming back to leaving his house.
Okay. Well, I guess why he was in his house. I mean,
man, rich. He balling. He good.
We're gonna see how that turn out. But speaking. Okay, no, this isn't a proper segue. But I think we done with the whole comedy thing.
I think we're gonna do it.
Okay, so since I'm gonna ask all you two is the music people. What do you feel about Nicki Minaj retiring?
I mean, yeah, it's a shame. But at the same time, if she's really doing it, I don't think she's retiring. Let's be honest. In my opinion, she's just taking a break. Things have been. I mean, that could also be like legitimately a reason, but I think she just legit needs a break because I've been reading about Nicki's and pain medications and all of this, and maybe it's very the environment she's in and the things that people expect from her is a lot, and she also got advice to like take a break, and this is just a way for her to legit.
Is it really a lot? Is it? And okay, cool. People are expecting a lot from her. All right, cool, I grant it, but you don't find that was kind of pressure she put on herself. Especially if you always claiming use the baddest bitch, use the best rapper, use this, use the best female rapper, use this, use that, use best at everything. You kind of putting out there on yourself.
For a time period, she was.
Yeah, she was. But even when the Cardis and everybody else started coming up, she still had this claim. Well, self-claim.
She was what?
At the time where she was proclaiming to be one of the best female rappers out making it.
That's
not the best as in specific. Overall, but I mean just she was in terms of marketing and monetary wise, she was one of those female rappers making it at the time.
Because I mean, she still is the top female rapper. I'm like, who the fuck is a better rapper than her? Still to this day.
Yeah.
Like there's no other female rapper that can be named.
I can't say that's making it, but I mean there could be a lot of lyrical. I don't know, so I don't want to say that she is the best, but she's the best in terms of.
She's the best that we've seen. The only other people that you can think that you could maybe compare is who. If you will listen, greatest female rappers of all time, who you can list? Lauryn Hill, the person who dropped one album.
Nah, man, you wouldn't think Lauryn Hill, I would say would be a different category than rapping, no? You wouldn't put like Queen Latifah and them kind of ones in there?
Those would be people that would be mentioned.
Salt and Pepper.
Some of these people is like, look at discography, look at impact, look at sales. Nicki did way more than any of these people. It's like, there is nobody that's even close in scale, in sales, nothing, and female rap that you can compare to Nicki.
That can rap like Nicki.
Like Cardi, Cardi dropped one album that she didn't write nothing on. Yeah, she did a gold album. She dropped a good album. She's selling well and all of that. But it's her first album. Nicki's on what, 4? On top of dropping mixtapes and other projects and stuff like that, Nicki's been given, like, Nicki hasn't taken a break for like 12 years or something. She took a little time off while she was hosting one of them, the Voice or one of them shows. Like, and that was like quite a few years back now. Like, Nicki has been consistently dropping verses, bodying verses, like on features and everything for the past 10, 12, however long it's been.
That was my favorite project from her. As emotional as it was.
But with that said,
debut.
Nicki retired. I don't believe she retired.
I just think she's taking a break. Taking a break. Yeah.
Then why say retiring? I guess that gets
because
the headlines.
that takes the headlines. Yeah, but that also takes a lot of people off of her back.
Why did Jay say he was retiring?
He did say that, didn't
Jay
he?
Fool. I love him.
Jay still here, almost 50 or whatever. How old? He's still rapping. It was like, okay, if you're retired.
Yeah, but he ain't dropping songs that's consistent. Bro. I guess he.
The man put out quite a few albums since this was.
Again, this is. I remember
Kingdom Come. I think it was Kingdom Come era. Jay-Z said he was retiring. He dropped at least 3-4 albums since.
Oh, okay, all right.
And the man been featuring like
Watch the Throne and them ones. All of that was post Jay-Z
definitely not somebody who you should be listening to.
And every time the man featured like an album, sometimes he just drops bars that he doesn't even like. Sometimes you're like, why you have to kill a beat like
this
that?
Year, he just jumps on the remix.
Yeah.
Like with the Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix and a couple other things like that. Whatever's the hardest song of the year, he can jump on the remix version
and
give
kill
it a quick
give
remix.
Khaled a feature here and there. Like, I got the keys. Verses was great. Meek album. Jay still been working, but I can't tell him he retired. So I feel like that's how Nicki Minaj's retirement gonna be. I don't see Nicki Minaj's brand is too built around music for her to stop doing music. I feel like right now, she kind of set up herself to be like, yo, I can. Like I will say, in recent years with the whole Queen Radio thing, she started setting herself up so that if she at this point, if she wanted to really retire, she could.
I sure she got.
But I just feel like it would be like, yeah. I mean, she has other sources of incomes and stuff like that. But I mean, the brand Nicki Minaj, it's still mostly associated with the music. It's not like Jay or one of those people where it's like, okay, it's music, but you know for sure there's all these other things that making him way more than music, that if Jay don't want to do music, he really doesn't have to. I feel like Nicki Minaj...
Do you think Nicki Minaj is in a point in her life that if she says she doesn't want to really make music for maybe a decade, that it's going to affect her in any type of way?
Financially, she doesn't.
Depends on what
she doesn't have to. She doesn't. According to me, Nicki net worth is something like 100 million at least. Jesus. So she'll be good. It's not to say that Nicki hurting for money or nothing.
She and her family good.
Nicki has been around, like I was just saying. Nicki been around doing this thing in music for a while now. She's been consistent. Nicki been getting paid, so she could, yes. But I feel the type of situation it is, she's not going to, and there's no reason to. I just feel like it's similar to Drake, similar to Lil Wayne. You need to take a break. Like Wiz Khalifa. This is the first time Wiz Khalifa has taken a break for, like, since Wiz Khalifa came on the scene. Wiz Khalifa has consistently been putting on music. The last 2-3 years, the only time you've really been like, oh, I ain't heard from Wiz in a while. Like, I feel like it's that point for Nicki now. It's like, yo,
in the gym.
I've been dropping music forever. Let me allow y'all to actually miss me, because there hasn't been like a year that Nicki hasn't dropped music.
That is why I always
she needs
say
to be missed a little bit.
A lot of artists at a certain point need to follow the Justin Timberlake trend
and fall
drop
off
a
and turn
project.
whack?
No, you really. So you tell me every project this man makes, he doesn't make money.
I say he fall off and turn whack. I didn't say he don't make no money. Whacking this and money. Those who have
no. What is your opinion? Fine, cool. Regardless,
he stopped making R&B music that resonates with black people and started doing some other shit.
No, but I'm not talking about that. Look, regardless of what he makes, shut up, King. You're derailing my thoughts. Anyways, drop a project, take a break, work on your project, and drop another one. Let me miss you. That's what I like about Justin. Justin, I don't like the last album, but a lot of people did. A lot of people did.
All the white folks.
But that's the way you should do it, in my opinion, at least. Make me miss you. That's why I think I like Lil Wayne's album so much. The last one that came out, because he actually couldn't really, like, he wasn't dropping albums like crazy anymore, and I missed him.
I like it and don't like it. Because to me, it's like, to me, it's one of the most frustrating things about artists on TDE, because every artist on TDE follows that shit to a T, in the sense that I'm going to leave at least 2-3 years pass between albums before you get the next one. And it's like, when you're a fan of these artists, it's like, so when you gonna put this shit out? When are you gonna give me some actual music to listen to? But I didn't forget about you as my favorite artist in some ways, and
but that is the best thing, because when people miss you,
it works for some people. It works for some
Kendrick.
people.
It's beautiful, because I'm really waiting for a project right now.
And Kendrick is getting paid. His show is doing well. People know about him enough. It works for him. For Absol, who is like, you still have yet to really break through in the mainstream. This only putting on music, like, people need to hear from you. You need to get some kind of momentum, build a wave.
But that's true. That's true.
The only time people hear you,
sound fucking horrible.
If the only time people hear from you is when your album dropping, and then it's just quiet and you doing a whole lot of features with other like what? How
In
are you
that
going to bring in new people?
In that
you need
situation,
to do collabs, features with
I agree with
some
you.
of their fan base, like things like that. Like,
Because what I was talking about is people that are already established. Because you have to build up to be able to reach to the point that you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to drop an album and in 2 years I'll drop another one.
at that point, I agree
Yeah.
because as an artist, it improves the music as well. It gives you some time to actually go through some shit, do some shit, have something to actually say. Because there's a reason that Lil Wayne was falling off. It's because Lil Wayne told us everything he could say.
Yeah.
You cannot
He was repeating too much.
It's impossible you can put out that much music and not repeat yourself.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Lil Wayne during his run, like when he was just dropping a mixtape a week, it felt like you
Okay.
can't put out that much music.
It
and
must
not-
feel like the living Tupac for
There's
a
only
while.
there's only one artist I know that has still put out the same music, talking about the same
Gucci.
shit, and everybody that still flock to it is Vibes. Vibes is the I am not a big artist. I am not in that industry. I don't know much about it. But from what I know, Vibes is the only artist in any genre
Wiz is
that
another
I
one.
know of
Wiz is another one.
that
Wiz has consistently been talking about weed since he came out.
yeah, but you find Wiz has okay, maybe because I'm not in the American community like that, but you find Wiz have such an impact in the industry, like what Vibes got to dance all.
Okay, no.
That part,
But that's the thing though. Vibes has such
Like you can't.
he's a Tupac, the Biggie, and he's everybody else, dog. He's a Lil Wayne. Vibes is everybody.
Vibes is a top 5.
And everybody that still listen to him. Okay? There's not one skin out your pum pum you don't know. There's not one. And it's the same shit. How he'll fuck you, how he'll fuck your mother, how he'll fuck your sister, or how he do this one. He have a couple of them when he's shooting man and them kind of ones. He gangster tracks there and there. But everything is about pum.
You gotta sprinkle them in.
But yeah, salt there, you know, you do your little shit. But that's it. Everything is pum.
Do you
I
think
always said like I gotta commend and recognize, like just give these people the flowers for the ability, like dance out. Not just Vibes. I know Vibes is one that's like he is a different level with it. But how can you make an entire discography about sex? Find a new way, a new angle, a new punchline.
Hip hop been doing it for years too.
Yeah, but no, not like
Not
Vibes.
like that, not like that.
Vibes.
No.
Like hip hop is drug dealing and guns and stuff, and I feel like that is more prevalent. I feel like the gangster shit is more prevalent in hip hop than sex in particular. Sex is a part of it, don't get me wrong. The sexual, like the naked chicks and all of that, the twerking and these type of things. But dancehall, I feel like it's specifically like sex is a.
And when a rapper talks more about sex, he's featuring in the R&B.
Yeah, but you see, but then maybe that was like how deep you going into the genre, because if you don't know man like Assassin, Capleton, them kind of mans who talking about this street thing, this gang thing, then if you don't know about these man, then you would have that, but they have those as well. That's why I say is more or less the same.
The one that is playing the jams and the places.
Oh, okay, cool.
About sex,
yeah.
the ones about the
But even so, even if the hip hop we would hear, like for instance in Amsterdam, it's not the same as we would hear in the States. You check, trust me.
Yeah.
I've been out in the States a few times from Miami to Colorado. Only Miami and New York to be quite honest. But New York especially is where hip hop is prevalent everywhere. Some of the ways them man will be dancing and some of the tunes them man be hearing in the club, I'll be like, what? This is why this is in the club itself. But I'm like, yo, it's a different culture.
Yeah.
There's a different going on culture over there, you check. But
I just got an epiphany while y'all were talking for like a quick second. I wanted to say this. Do you think Vibes Cartel talks so much about sex because he in jail? I sure he get him poom in jail. No, I don't like.
This man come out and go visit his family. Of course he get him poom.
But I think he was on that before jail.
Yeah, he was on that way before he get locked up. Way.
But it would have been a funny thing, like if the only reason he's still singing so much is because he really misses the pum pum. If I had the means of making a cartoon about Vibes Cartel, him missing the pum pum, dog, boy. It'll make some money.
Vibes is a talented character.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from him. I can't even remember how we get on this.
Nicki Minaj retiring. The one thing I'll say that to kind of wrap up Nicki Minaj retiring, I will say she's one of those people that'll be missed. like if she actually does retire and never makes music again for real, like if we take her at her word and she's actually retiring for real, the industry will definitely miss Nicki Minaj. It's one of those things that you might not appreciate, but Nicki Minaj is the blueprint of female rap. There is nobody
straight female rap, straight female. If you're talking about bars and lyrics,
hip hop,
yes, cool. Like if you're talking about everything else that's around Nicki Minaj, nigga, she replaceable. But again, this is my personal my personal
I disagree because it's impossible to say that.
I don't think so.
Because there has never been a Nicki Minaj. That's the reason why you can't say it's replaceable. In the sense that
there's never for everybody then, no?
No, there's never been a female rapper that has been as consistent as Nicki Minaj for the past 12, however long it's been.
But I was going to say, when it comes to, if you're talking about lyrics and stuff like that, I agree with you totally. But if you take everything else as, okay, I guess maybe I'm more taking it as like
that is part of Nicki Minaj, like the personality, the persona, the anime, the characters, and different things.
All that everybody got on
like the wild. Who name another female rapper? Name another male rapper. If you were to name another male rapper, you get Eminem, you get Busta Rhymes. The list ain't that long of rappers that are like. The personalities and stuff like that, the different voices and shit like that Nicki Minaj does rap in. Like, there's not people that are like Nicki Minaj. There's not many. Yeah. Male or female, Nicki Minaj has solidified a place in hip hop. If you're not as big a fan, I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj fan. But I understand her contribution to hip hop. I personally don't listen to Nicki Minaj and keep her music and repeat and all that. But I could listen to her. Nobody could rap like her. Female wise, there's nobody. Male, just because there's a lot more males, you get some people that might be a little more close in comparison and stuff. Like, but even a lot of males, she's like higher than.
Like, not to make a comparison that in terms of rapping skills, but just tonal wise, Kendrick. The way he could, cause I see
what he mean.
Cause the way that she can like she can go to a bar and then she shifts her tone with her voice and plays like.
Okay, and in a certain way, you could even depending on how you want to argue, you could even say Kendrick might have took that from her. Cause who was on the scene first?
She was true.
Yeah. Kendrick, although Kendrick gives it up to like Lil Wayne, and that's where he would say he kind of borrow that kind of thing from. Cause playing with like the Lil Wayne birthed everybody of this generation.
That's true. They all took his blueprint.
Let me not think too far from it. No, let me not stray too far. Let me wrap up the Nicki Minaj thing. Y'all care if she retire?
I mean, like,
if she actually does officially retire.
In terms of what I listen to, no. But knowing, like, in the culture, because I'm a DJ, so I still play her shit. Yeah.
I feel like it'll be sad to see her leave, especially on this guy. I feel like I feel like her reasonings for what she's leaving on, I personally feel it's a little nonsense. I feel like it's kind of.
If she really bails in a year and get pregnant and get kids and all of that.
If your reason is okay, cool, I just want to take a break from this so I could have a family and think that was one of her main tweets. I'm retiring, she can start a family or whatever. If that's the case, I could understand that reason. But it seems as though it's like. The way things have been going for the past year or two, Nicki Minaj is the bad guy. Nicki Minaj is the person who's starting beef and everything that got to do with female rappers and things. Nicki Minaj is the bad guy. That's the way the media are portraying it and making it seem they pitting her against everybody. And even when there's not beef, it's like they lying about her and different things and whatever. Beef and all that. Yeah,
so and to me, so she's gonna be missing the industry.
Yeah, I feel so, but I feel like that's the reason that she retired, and that if that's her reason for retiring, that I don't agree with because I feel like that's nonsense. Like,
yeah, but I mean, hey, it's her and her brand. Who you can't really tell her how to feel either. If that's how she's thinking.
I can understand if you're frustrated, but
Rashid, you can.
Me personally, I don't care. No.
Okay, me neither.
Okay, so next topic.
Me neither. All right, last one for the thing. What I guess it's just a question. I ain't going into the other question I had because that's a little dark. What's the last movie that scared you? I feel like we asked this question already though.
I mean, no, we talked about Cry.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. What's the last movie that actually scared you? Like jump out your seat.
So I'm just
maybe want to go hold your mother type something.
I'm just gonna throw out one story because it's not what scared me, but I talked about it a little bit.
Condensed words.
Yeah.
Condensed.
So
yeah, can we enter in the last?
Yeah. So 3 years ago, I was in a relationship, and I just saw Get Out, and my ex, she was German, and they lived in a small town, and I was the only black man there. So it wasn't a movie that scared me, but it was just the reality of me going in a similar situation as the main character in that movie.
I could see that.
That was frightening for a bit.
I mean like make you jump
scare type of thing.
Like your heart skip a beat.
Boy, that was when I watched The Grudge for the first time. Yeah, boy.
What did The Grudge come out when?
I think
years ago.
2000 something.
2004, 5.
Early 2000s, I think.
The first Grudge?
Yeah, probably.
King, what was the first movie? What was the last movie that make you jump?
What I was thinking, and you see, like, for my life, I always made a concerted effort to avoid scary movies because I know I've been a chicken and things like that. Although,
seriously, you don't used to like scary
I
movies?
never used to watch horror movies. None of them. Like, most of the ones that everybody considers classic horror movies, I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Like The Grudge, I never watched The Grudge.
We in the same boat.
I never watched The Grudge, I never watched The Conjuring, I never watched It.
Are you serious?
Bruh.
Yeah. I generally...
The last one, the last one is ridiculous because it's not even a scary movie, and this is how long ago I just kind of stopped watching these. Anaconda. You know the movie, the snake movie Anaconda?
With Jennifer Lopez?
Yes. And I was like, what, 6 or some shit when this came out? And there was one part in that movie where like a snake, I do some shit, and I jumped, and I was like, cool, I done with Anaconda. I'm sure if I watch the movie now, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck I was scared.
Yeah.
But this was like 6 hours.
I watched that movie like 6 times just because of J-Lo. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Actually, I found it funny because that snake the anaconda really did not look like an anaconda.
But for the time though?
For the time.
I don't know shit about what an anaconda looks like. It looked like an anaconda to me. Or what do you think
that's the only reference I had to anaconda.
Exactly.
My father spoiled it for me, you know. He was like, because he was laughing, right? So he diminished, like, however scary it was.
People from
it wasn't a horror movie. Like, it wasn't a scary movie.
No, my dad is
it was more a thriller than anything else.
It wasn't supposed to be a scary, like a horror movie.
No, it was supposed to be a thriller stuff. But what was yours then, Rashid? What was your last movie?
But I cannot remember the last time I sit and watch like a horror movie. Like King, I just avoided horror movies.
So my logic was always
you was a coward from spot.
My logic was always, why are you intentionally scaring yourself?
That was my logic.
Do you enjoy being afraid?
Like, you never saw like Alien when you were little before?
No, you got in a whole different thing.
Yeah, but those ain't scary neither.
You got in a whole... Alien, a movie?
Yeah.
I thought you mean like
yeah, but the first one.
No.
Like, I remember seeing Paranormal Activity when I was younger, and that creeped me out. It creeped me out, but like...
I don't remember if it was 1, 2,
the second
whichever
one.
But that
second one?
It was nonsense. That was one of the most upsetting movies I ever... Because it's like...
I didn't jump, but I had liked the movie, Jad. I had liked the movie.
The way people was talking about this movie, like, yo, this is the freakiest shit ever, yo, it tripped me out so much, this and that, and then you go in to watch the movie, and it's like, wait, so a curtain move, and this is what niggas talking about, like, a fucking curtain, like...
Nah, man, the second one, to me, the second one was creepy.
I never found...
I had a small moment.
I never had a moment that those movies scared me. Like, it's always like the older movies that really, like, mess me up.
By the last
like
one,
The Exorcist, like the original one, like those type of movies.
I was just going to say that, like what you were saying about the Get Out thing. That's the reason I never watched Exorcism of Emily Rose. Because that, like, those type of movies was always the ones, like, if it's something that is clearly supernatural and clearly fake, that I know this shit ain't real. But when it's like the based on a true story type of ones, I just be like,
but I think I agree with that one. But I think when it comes, I don't have the last one that really creeped me out was Darkness Falls. Boy, I don't know if I checked that. It was
I don't even know that one.
It was this. I can't exactly remember if this is exactly how it was, but it was about this chick, and if you go in the dark, that's when she would come and fuck you.
A witch or something like that.
They have a lot of movies with that kind of premise in it, but specifically Darkness Falls, I can't remember the actual, like, the legit story, but that was the last movie that made me jump, and I was gonna say decades ago, like I that old. That was a couple years ago, but I think the last movie that really had a serious impact on me was Chucky.
I forget about Chucky. Yeah,
Chucky and Nah, but it was Chucky only.
I think Chucky is scary, but my father's very sadistic in a type of way. So like when I watch scary movies with him, he laughs. So, for example, like I spoilers for Chucky for those that haven't seen Chucky. Sorry, it's a very old movie. You know the part when they were playing with paintball? Oh no, not paintball. They were playing with fake bullets. The two and he put real bullets in it. My father starts laughing, dog. So
nah, but you see the thing. Everybody always be like, yeah, Chucky. I don't understand. It's just a doll and this and that. But those are people who don't really know the story of Chucky. The story of Chucky is the partner who Chucky is supposed to be supposedly died and his spirit went in the doll. Yeah. But the spirit went in the doll, but also his physical features as well. That's why Chucky is so scary, because technically he can't die and he's as strong as a grown man.
Yeah.
That's why you see him like flinging people and like lifting people, like doing crazy shit, even though he's just a dog.
But I think a movie that like, because now it's shifted. Like scary movies there's no such thing as scary anymore. But like
just the genre horror,
psychological thrillers, like those movies get like Gone Girl. Have you all seen Gone Girl?
That shit piss me off.
Yo, I wish you could have seen Rashid's face there just now. Right? The man piss me off. My closey eyes, the man piss me off.
Because you
the
could,
camera on it?
Yeah, you could imagine yourself being in a situation like that. It could happen.
What kind of girl about?
That movie it
gonna make
hell out of me.
It got Netflix?
Oh my god.
I think so. You have to watch Gone Girl.
I hear about it, but
it's Ben Affleck's, in my opinion, Ben Affleck's best movie.
Okay, but what about though?
Huh?
But what is it about though?
I don't want to just watch it. It's about a guy in a relationship
with movies about. Then I can decide.
Use one of those.
Oh God! It's about a guy that's in a relationship with a girl.
I need to know.
Oh, you want to?
Yo, that's a straight up St. Martin something, by. So come through to the party. This is all right. Cool, man. Yeah, come in. Wait, who there? You gotta know.
So what the movie about?
The movie is about a guy. I don't want to spoil too much, but the movie is about a guy that's in a relationship with a girl and the girl freaky. That's all you need to know.
Yo, you know which I can't remember.
You're not telling him anything.
But I don't want to.
Okay, so
I don't want to know. But what's the movie about? I don't want to tell him much, because if you tell him too much, then you spoil the movie. You understand what I'm saying, right?
What's your synopsis? How much can you tell us without spoiling the movie?
The movie is very frustrating.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I think we got it that much. I think we got that much. But nah, the movies, like, was this, I think was King was saying it earlier. The movies are the psychological one thing was what the psychological one. Those are the ones that fucked me up. Like, can't remember the name of it, but the one with Keanu Reeves. The man had a wife and everything. His wife went away. He was in a house by himself. It was a storm. All of a sudden, these two girls come out of nowhere, knocking on the door, but they need help. They want to use his phone and this and that. And then they drugged. Okay, I ain't want to say this and then thing, and then like he ended up having sex with them. I can't remember if it was because they drug him or because they get drunk or it was actual like.
Consensual.
Yeah, consensual. But either way, they end up to be crazy as hell and they try to kill him and they try to fuck up his marriage. That shit is possible. The man was just trying to be a good Samaritan. I can't remember.
I just remember.
Y'all seen Cloverfield is what it's called?
About aliens or something? Alien invasion?
Nah.
That was when I was filmed on like a handheld camera. The entire thing wasn't filmed through like from the perspective of somebody who was like filming it on the ground type of thing.
That's where I get from.
You know, maybe I might be thinking the wrong title, but is this movie where these people they decide to rob this blind man? Wait, no, it's not Cloverfield. It's Don't Breathe. That's what it's called. And they decide to rob this blind man.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't blind or some shit?
No, he was blind.
He was blind. And they got next movie where a partner was trying to kill a deaf girl. She was deaf and she couldn't hear anything. And a partner was just a random, well, not random, but to not give away, was just fucking with her. And the movie was things so good. It'll show you how much people just depend on sound, Jack.
Yeah.
How crazy,
I can't remember the name of this movie, but
we just uninformed. We just give it up movies that don't know the fucking name.
This I have. It's about a man and he has a wife. They're in a relationship and everything, but he's attracted to this blonde woman, and this blonde woman keeps seducing him.
With Idris Elba? Idris Elba?
No.
Fuck, they got one like that. They got one like that as well.
And he falls he falls in the trap. The bee in the trap. He fell in it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And he like for a moment it was going good, but he's like, no, I love my wife, blah 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 blah. And then this woman goes psycho and tries to kill the wife, and he.
But they got one with Idris Elba. That's just like that.
Cabin in the Woods, or Stranger in the Woods, or some shit like that.
Yo, look, right? Anybody that's very good with movies, that know the movies we're talking about, please put it in the comments or like DM one of us, because we like to at least let the people know what kind of fucking movies we are talking about.
One of the last horror movies that I actually remember watching. 2 of them actually was like Last Missed Call or One Missed Call or some shit like that name.
That
one was when you get the phone, you answer it. If you hear the ringtone, and a bunch of people was putting that ringtone on their phone at the point in time.
Yeah.
I remember that
one. That would affect the culture itself.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that one either.
I think it was either One Missed Call or Last Missed Call. One of the two. It was that one, and then I'll never forget the story of like watching Drag Me to Hell. This was on S.A. Martin still, because it was like me, Ricky, and what about her name?
No.
Actually, brother,
Jeremy.
Robert.
Oh.
Robert.
Oh. Who is
Ashley.
Oh. No, wow.
Yo.
Actually, ain't even his sister. My bad. I'm so sorry, Jeremy.
I'm sorry. I found it. Fatal Attraction.
Who in it?
Watch this movie. You have to watch it.
I remember that one.
But like, Drag Me to Hell, I just always remember watching that, because after it, like, Robert was super scared, and we were dropping the man home, and you know the corner to go from like when you coming up the road from Mac to turn into Ebenezer.
Yeah.
Robert live on the like top of the road. We gonna turn in because we live Ebenezer, and we gonna let the man walk from there so we could go Ebenezer. The man was like, no,
that fuck up. Are you man was like 16, 17, then this man was like what, 14?
That's a steep hill too.
You want to watch the movie? You want to hang with the big boys and
Lord, man.
The man afraid about
Granted, I would probably chip on him too, but Lord, man.
Trap me up all the way down.
You know, the only time I got like really scared, like,
but the movie was ridiculous. That movie was not scary. Like, Drag Me to Hell was a
Elevator. You ever seen that one with Elevator? The one with a whole bunch of people stuck in an elevator, and like all of them do fuck up shit, and then like one by one all of them to die.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
That's a tense one.
Yeah.
That one is. Again, if you know which movie you're talking about, please let me know.
This is not a movie where this happened in real life. My grandmother's house is legit right next to a Catholic church with bells and whistles and all of that. And one time we were walking home from a party. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. It was just me and like the boys that live around my grandma's house. And we just started hearing like a choir singing in the church.
Oh, if I want to get the ghost stories, I got a few.
Yo, it was like, it's like... You know, like when you talk with your homeboys and you hear that and nobody says nothing, everybody just runs. But like I went to my grandma's house. Like,
Mascato.
Yeah.
Yo, I had a situation like that, and legit, it was me, my 2 cousins, and an old friend of mine. My younger cousin should have pop off. We should have like a horror episode. And I'll tell the story at best time, but it was just like that. Everybody here what we had here. Everybody look at each other. Everybody dip out. My young cousin like, man, we dip out. I mean, like we leave the house though. Nobody looking for nobody. Like me and my cousin in the yard. My other friend, who was the oldest one, he already down the road. And my little cousin, like, what going on? He don't have thinking we joking or something. Me, all man serious. My mother come outside, like, yo, what the F going on? Why are you making so much noise for? My cousin went, like, put her head back inside the house, like, Auntie Cheryl, we going home. We're not coming back. And I tell my mother the story, and she was like, y'all foolish.
And this is why, if it's a realistic story, no black people going in no fucking haunted house.
Oh no,
check. Like that's not real. Like it's not realistic.
I got like legit Bruja stories type one.
I mean, like, so, but there's one of my friends supposedly live in a haunted house. You know the same friend. I mean,
but I live in one too. Nobody can't tell me my house ain't got shit. We got 2 ghosts. We got Chester and Sabrina.
What?
Oh,
yeah, we named them Chester and Sabrina.
Care to elaborate?
Chester and Sabrina.
Chester is just a name we think we give one of them when I used to always be fucking around, like would open the door, call my name when nobody else in the house, take lights on and off, be driving my toy cars and them ones all over. But Sabrina, no. Sabrina is actually more real. Well, how I would describe it, Sabrina is more real than Chester, because my mother had a miscarriage between my brother, my old Tatsu and Ayumi. So they had a time. How much time we got? Yeah, man. So this story quick. They had a time for Halloween. I was going LU. Halloween, every year they'll have their Halloween parties and stuff like that. This is a true story. I see this for myself. Or you could believe it or not. Mom, everybody getting ready. We leaving the house. I outside. My mother by the door, waiting to lock the door. My sister in the car. Remember the positions. My mother looking inside the house, getting upset, sucking her teeth, them kind of ones. And I'm like, what the hell? All of a sudden she said, Ayumi, hurry up. Remember, my sister in the Jeep. I watched my sister. I watched my mother. I was like, what? I was like, Mama, Ayumi in the Jeep. My mother watched me, turn around, watch the Jeep, watch my sister, turn white. White. I mean, my mother already clear skin, so it's not that difficult to get white. But I never see her that white. Like, pale. Like, all the blood ran out her face. My mother locked the door, went to the Jeep, ain't say nothing for the rest of the night. Come to find out, the next day, not even the next day, I find this out like years later, as a matter of fact. Come to find out, what happened, it was, according to my mother, she see a girl, same long black hair as my sister, wearing the same thing as my sister, run into our bedroom and say, wait, Mama, wait, I have to change.
Boy.
And my mother's one of those ones that every time we see something, she always got an explanation for it. She always got, nah man, this is this, nah man, this is the electrical, it was the wind, it's the pressure, she always got something for it. For my mother to come and tell me that, I was like, alright, cool. That's Sabrina. So that's how Sabrina get in the house. Chester just been there for a minute. Chester to get real active when my brother to come and leave. So if my brother come into St. Martin, shit would start happening in the house. When he about to leave St. Martin, shit would start happening in the house.
So Chester get excited every time.
It looks so. I know.
And y'all just live alongside Chester and Sabrina like that?
They never physically do us anything. But my mother and my sister them got stories too about how the other time my toy cars they're driving around, I knocked the fuck out. My toy, I had those toys you get in BK? No, those toys you get in BK over like the vampire Halloween, the vampire and the Frankenstein them kind of ones back in the day. Yeah. Cool. I used to be playing around with those. Had a Batman car. Went sleep and everything. Hear this story later on. The Batman car started driving. So my sister say, maybe I sleeping on the remote or something. The remote was on the floor. My sister went check the remote. No batteries inside. Went check the Batman car. No batteries inside. As soon as she pick up the two men that was inside the car and pitch them, the car started moving.
Okay.
Take that as what you will. That one I didn't see for myself. But if you know my sister, if either you know Ayumi is also a very logical person. She's also one to be like, yo, this is happening or this is happening. She's not one to believe. Okay, no, she does believe in that stuff now, but she's a logical person.
As they say, supposedly that neighborhood was built on
burial ground.
Yeah.
Burial ground.
Like, I have one, like, to wrap up because it's getting late, I think. I have one story, and till this day, I can't explain what happened, and I've never physically seen a ghost.
Oh, no, not physically.
No. So, my grandfather he was passing away, he was in hospital. And for like 3 to 4 days straight, I was having nightmares. I was waking up. I would see like the Undertaker, because back then I was really scared of the Undertaker. I think I was 5 or 6 years old.
Makes sense.
And I would wake up, look in the window, and I would legit see the silhouette of the Undertaker in my mirror. There is no tree in front of my window, so there's nothing to cast a silhouette of the Undertaker on my window. I was getting the same nightmares repeatedly. Like, I would go to sleep maybe 2 hours, wake up. I was like 7, 8. Would wake up, have a weird dream about being Peter Pan and flying, but then I would not be able to fly. I would start falling hard, fall on my head, wake up with pain in my head, and then I would see the silhouette of Undertaker in my window for 3 days straight. The 4th day, because I couldn't really sleep good, my aunt and my cousin was going to sleep at the boss house because the boss was going away on a trip, and like the house is really big, so they needed to look after the dogs and the plants and shit, and I went with them because I couldn't sleep. They wanted to like liven it up and all of that. The 4th day I slept perfectly. Come to find out, the 4th day is the day that my grandfather passed away. So what they're saying...
You think there's a correlation between the two?
I mean, the way when you lay it out like that, it's like,
like
you can't
legit,
help but
like,
take it.
I mean, Sean, like I legit like could not sleep.
Okay.
Like I would get this. I got understand. There was nothing. I didn't see a scary
I have
movie.
to have a Halloween episode.
Yeah. I mean Halloween coming up.
Yeah. I have to have a Halloween episode.
But I legit like kept having
like
the same
shit.
dream, and like the thing that used to irk me because I thought like, am I going crazy? Because I was telling my parents like, yo, there's a man in the like legit like in this window. They ain't seen nothing. It was so frustrated. You're telling somebody you seen something.
You okay? Just to play devil's advocate, you don't think like that has necessarily to do because of your age, it has to do with your imagination, and especially because you were seeing that image exactly when you wake up. So it could be that your eyes was distorted. It could be that you were still imagining from something else.
Because it was like after I wake up, I look at it. It is not like I look at it and then it disappears. No.
And this is from a mirror, or this is like you looking directly like
through. So if you close the curtain, there's a silhouette. Because it was a thin curtain. You could so you
can't see it through the curtain.
Yeah,
so you seeing somebody through the curtain.
Yeah, but my parents ain't seeing nothing there. And it's not like I just open my eyes and the silhouette disappears after a while. The silhouette stays, but I was the only one that could see it.
You see, this is where I'd be on the fence with these kind of stories. Because scientifically, it is known that children have wild imaginations and stuff like that. And, you know, that could possibly be something. But it's also, I'm not going to say scientifically because there's no scientific proof on this. But in the paranormal world, it is also commonly known that pets and young children are more prone to see spirits and stuff like that. If we go on the premise that spirits and ghosts and all that kind of spiritual shit is real, children and animals are more prone to see that kind of shit. Yeah. So that I'm not saying you're wrong,
but at the same time, it's
damn.
Because people like everybody saying that my grandfather was visiting me before he passed away.
But that's it. What did he say? Something?
He couldn't.
No, but like instead of freaking you the fuck out.
But I don't. That's the thing. Like maybe because I don't know that. That's a good question. Yeah. But
maybe that's something know that
the thing is like I only grandson.
Maybe he was looking over. Maybe he was looking over you for real. Yo, this is cool. And like, are you doing? Oh yeah, you got say a story there just now, right?
I don't got no scary
story. No, you got no scary story?
I don't have
no. Literally, I ever happened to me
more.
No.
Yo, I got enough too. Trust me, I could fill that episode.
Whenever it comes to these type of things, the only story I just go to is the one paranormal thing. I think I talked about this before on the podcast. I've mentioned in sleep paralysis. I think we had.
Oh yeah, I've had one of those. That's
I only had it once really bad. I can remember. Okay, so wait, let me check. Halloween episode. We gonna have a thing episode.
We gonna do this.
And the only other one is like stories from another person that I was told and shit is like screwing the train that did us here. You probably heard the story before.
No, I never heard it.
About the train that did us like you know screw house set up in the like where screw room is. They got like the one room that right next to the screw house, next to the screw room then. And supposedly in that room, kind of like Sadie out here the train as well. Screw here the train. Yeah, dog. They like from this room for some reason at night. Yeah, dog. I don't know exactly where for a train sound coming from, and if multiple people hearing this train,
TV, somebody phone, nothing.
Is there trains in St. Martin?
know that.
I just ask him. We got one train in Aruba.
We don't have none. We
barely got space for cars. Fucking trains.
If we have any trains, it might be like a mini something like a carousel or some shit like that. A kiddie train.
I think they got attraction like that going through town now. Actually, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's what Aruba is. A tram. It's more a tram.
Like a fake tram type something, but. That's still recent.
Like they just used to hear this train running, like the horn of it, and like you hear the sounds of a train running on tracks and things. And it's like
what?
And they all pretty much agree. Like that room it just haunted. That just is what it is. Like they all just come to terms with it. Like they just live with it. Yeah, sometimes you hear it. Sometimes
if you pay. what they got famous quote from that world. If you look. Oh, be careful how serious you look at okay, I paraphrase it now. Be careful how serious you look into the paranormal because sometimes it looks back. So that just means the deeper you go in, like it's one of those things. Look and you gonna find.
Yeah, that's why don't look because you don't want to find.
And that's why I find it weird because I always been a person to look to some degree. Like I always been curious, but at the same time.
So you're one of those people where you hear a sound in a dark room in your house, you don't go look to see what it is.
Not that no.
You went in the mirror and say Candyman 3 times, something like that.
I ain't gonna lie. That is probably the Caucasian in me, but I do that.
Maybe.
I wasn't playing with that.
I do that once.
Yeah, but
Candyman.
For them type of things is exactly why I always wanted to buy a Ouija board to try it.
You see, just
because like to me,
we got tape. We get into this too much. We gotta have.
But one thing we have to do before we do the
don't tell me use a Ouija board.
No, fuck that. I don't know.
I would help you.
No.
I would help you box
y'all should watch it on Netflix. It's not scary, it's funny. And then we're going to watch with the whole group in the theater. Because it's
sorry, you cannot watch movies with.
But I go laugh.
I'm not sorry for making this statement because I believe it wholeheartedly. You could not watch scary, quote unquote, scary movies with black people. You're not gonna have the same effect that somebody ought to be making fun of something but I mean, that's a white person something.
That's how you cope with it.
No, but I mean, it was made legit. It wasn't made to be scary.
I think the owners.
It was.
I mean, the makers might disagree.
But I hope
they might disagree. But don't forget,
for me, it was funny as fuck.
It is one of those ones that's been there from a minute. If I didn't watch it, I wouldn't get that. But it is one of those ones that is like Chucky. It's an old school thing. Yeah. So now for us in this day and age, like it's not gonna be thing. But back then. Imagine watching it back there in the movie.
But the original one, I think, is way more creepier than the new ones. You see,
but which one are you talking about? You want us to watch the new one or the original one?
No, the new one that come out like
one that's
2 years
2017.
ago. Yeah, came out 2 years ago, and then the new one. But anyway, folks.
Oh, so they're making a sequel of the one that came out in 2017?
Yeah.
The
thing when he was watching the trailer, he was watching before we started recording. That was a sequel.
Yeah. So you have to watch
the first. That's what Woods is saying. Watch the first one because the first one kind of did this re-amp the story.
It was like 80s or something. But that's what you started.
No. They got a new one. They re-amped the story, so they just did the first one. They kind of tell it from the beginning again, I guess more or less, and then here's a continuation of it. But yeah,
all this creepy talk. I gotta go walk home at night now
by yourself.
It's Amsterdam. You in Amsterdam, they don't even have dangerous animals walking around, dog. You safe.
They got dangerous people.
They got dangerous people.
These days especially.
Yeah, but you never know. You might run into a homeless person.
Got €1.
Or crazy homeless person.
Exactly.
Listen, let me reach home.
Yeah, before let me call this an episode.
Yes. So more people to wrap up. What plugs we got? Anything else?
Actually, no. Before we say that, just to help with the promo videos and stuff like that. Leave us know our favorite scary movie, or which one made you jump the most, or which one you find is the most scariest. If you have one, we'd like to hear your story. Maybe we tell it on a podcast or something like that.
Leave us know in the comments. Hit us up.
The 31st is going to be the creepypasta episode.
Creepypasta?
Creepypasta.
Yeah, creepypasta episode.
Creepypasta is a word they use for scary stories.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Okay.
On the internet. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I learned something new today.
Because I just as confused as you.
I was like, did you say something wrong? Or like, you meant to say creepy podcast? Or
Nah.
But anyway, leave us know all your stories. You know, maybe we get some for the Halloween episode since we're going to plan that. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that happens.
Creepy pasta.
Leave it go.
Type it. You go.
But anyway,
I'm not saying it's not. It's just weird.
Plugs. What you got plug? King
Woods, you can
first.
start.
Okay, Woods then.
I have nothing to plug actually.
Oh,
You like
wow,
what?
surprising.
No, I don't want to plug nothing right now.
You don't want to plug. All right. King.
I mean, plug the thing already.
King.
Well, let the man tell you plug something for tomorrow.
Oh, no,
I thought you-
yeah,
No, I
it's
mean
not-
when it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the only plug I have is, make sure to stream all the music by the Three Conscious Cats as well as myself that's currently on Spotify, Apple, whatever streaming platform you use. Stream my music and stuff. That only plug I have for now up until the new project comes out. Still working on it. No title yet. But yeah, that's all I got.
Rashid?
I don't got no plugs.
She never
He's
have
like, I ain't
plugs.
got shit.
But you need to have plugs sometime. If you see something dope, somebody want to shout out, whatever it is, you need to have some plugs sometime. Promote something.
The only thing I necessarily have to plug, we say nothing really changed from since we had take a break. Every Monday in Amsterdam we in John Doe. Curious. From 11 to 4. It's getting actually popular now. So it got in a lot more people. Before it was kind of a little bit empty in the beginning, but now it getting there. So again, that's every Monday in Amsterdam, John Doe. Come true. If one of us know you might be able to get on the guest list. If not, you gotta pay like everybody else. But it's worth it. I'll tell you that much. It's every Monday. I know it sounds a little bit strange because it's a Monday, but it's Amsterdam. Every day's a party. Every day, legit. And yeah, if you have nothing else to do on Tuesday, come true. Yeah.
Alrighty then. So unless Woods got something to add, I think you could start saying goodbye if you got some or none. Still none. Okay then. Just seeing if maybe sometimes they think you would have come up. I don't know. But anyway, peoples, having said all of that, plugs out of the way. 1 hour and 25 minutes in, I think it's time to see you peoples the next time we link up.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Later on.